Hello, everybody. It's me. Did you miss me on my day off? Because whenever I take a day off, when I have a guild, someone's like, "You've been gone forever. I haven't seen you in forever, Kismet." Even though it's like a day later. I got something special to show you today. Oh my goodness, something I've been working on. I got it right here. I'm going to show you in a second. I'll show you after I say hello to everybody. Welcome, everybody. My name is Kismet. Man, I am ready to play some games. I don't know what it is. I really wanted to play yesterday, but I was so tired. The smart thing was for me to rest. I got a whole lot of stuff done. Man, I've been doing nothing but videos all day. Been trying to get to that schedule. Was not able to get to updating the schedule today. I apologize for that, but there was only one me. And apparently I'm the only one who can do all this stuff because there's nobody else. I've tried to reach out to other people. I've tried to have my mods help. I've tried to have lots of people help out, but it just doesn't seem to work out because you got to have a certain amount of skill to be able to do video editing, a certain amount of skill to be able to do audio and all of that other stuff. So there's only one me, and I'm the one I can afford right now, and the one that follows up and delivers on and shows up on time most of the time. 99% of the time I show up on time. Except for when I'm truly exhausted. But today I'm super excited. I'm rested. I got a ton of videos queued up. I still got more going. I still got more of them queued up. You're like, Kismet, how can you possibly have more videos going? Well, you got to think that, when I'm streaming every single day, that's 2 to 4 videos every single day I have to process. And each one can take up to 2 hours to process. Right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, a lot. And those are going to take about another 40 hours to process. Every time I recorded a video, there are about 100 gigs each. And then they take time to process, then they take time to upload, then they take time to queue up, because I queue them up, one day in a sequence. So say it's, $8.99, whatever. I don't even know what BSE I'm in right now, or best stream ever I'm in right now. Let's see, $6.92. So say I'm going to queue up 680. Well, 680 might have 680 part 1 or part 2. Sometimes 680 has part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 4, and part 5. Like I just did one the other day for that really long stream we had. I queued that up. It just takes a long time. It's a lot of effort, a lot of time. I hope you guys enjoy those over there. I did some highlights as well while I was waiting for some stuff to process, which I rarely have that much time, but I felt like, I will highlight this one. It's kind of fun. I highlighted the one from Classic WoW. I highlighted the Star Citizen one and a few other ones and put those up there for you to enjoy while those other videos are going to be rolling out again starting tomorrow, and they will literally go every single day until the end of September. That's how many videos I have queued up. I mean, if I croak right now, you'll still get a whole month of old videos coming up to YouTube. Or old streams going up to YouTube. And I put every single one up there. It does cost me a lot of time and effort to do that. But you guys are worth it. And, hey, then it's like a record or a history of all my streams. You guys can go look back, 4 or 5 years ago and look at me when I'm big pudgy-faced and I'm, about 60 pounds heavier than I am right now. Living the good life, but it always comes back to get you later in the form of gallbladder pain and sleep apnea and vertigo. You always got to pay the boatman, as they say. Well, let's say hello to my awesome peeps, the peeps that you're going to get to hopefully see at TwitchCon, at least some of them. We're going to have Scorched Dragon and Nushki in tonight. They say they're backing me up in the chat, and I believe them. They're probably hanging out in there looking out for you guys. Of course, make it nice and easy on my mods. Here's what you do. Follow those chat rules. Show them some love in the chat right now. They do a lot of stuff there. You'll see Nushki and Scorched Dragon there. We just had a meeting last night about TwitchCon. And hopefully we get everybody together, because I'm going to coordinate all of that, because that's a lot of coordination. We're getting down to it. Finally, we got some final info on TwitchCon and all of that. We got all of our final stuff. And my one final piece that I've been waiting, even though I'm still waiting for some shirts. I don't know what's the deal with my shirts. I'm still waiting a couple shirts for my mods. But the final big thing that I've been waiting on is here. And we'll go over that in just a second. Also, let's say hello to everybody in the chat. Let's see. Scorched Dragon, say hello. Buckmist in the lurk mode with the shark. I like that. Give Buckmist 1,000 kiss cats for being here at the top of the stream. Who else we got? Local Psychosis coming in. Said hello, people. Hello, Local Psychosis. Thank you for being here. E-Wolf going, aye, hello, hey, matey. The Gaming Skull is coming in as well. Let's give Local Psychosis and E-Wolf 1,000 kiss caps as well. The Gaming Skull is coming in saying hello. Raz coming in. I was almost teary-eyed. I was welling up a little bit. I was watching Raz had sent me a video of her unboxing her loot drops. And I had the thought of why do I do all this hard work behind the scenes? Why do I work 7 days a week at doing kind things for other people? And that was the moment right there, a little moment of joy that I got to keep watching Raz finally open that loot drop. And she absolutely loved it. And I'll play it here on the stream. I don't want to spoil it too much for anybody yet. We'll probably do it this weekend, maybe. I'll show the video of how all those were done and the sheer scale of what it took to make those happen as well. Because I always make everything so difficult. I always make it so high quality that it is just a gigantic scale. So I'm going to scale it down this year because that was just insane. I just broke the bank doing that. But you know what? The first one's always the toughest one. Pip of the Dead also hanging out in chat. Bugman's coming in. I could be persuaded to support it. Support what? What are you supporting? Supporting us going live? All right, that sounds good. I like Raz got a little chipmunk or something in there. What's that little chipmunk? Rosary s.p.e.c.i.a.l. Yeah, there's a chipmunk in there. Cyberpunk 2077. I own Cyberpunk 2077. I bought it on GOG. I actually got it on Steam first, and then I switched over to do GOG because they get 100% of the income from that. So if you're going to buy Cyberpunk, buy it on GOG.com. I hope I can buy it on GOG.com, but then still play it on my Google Stadia. That would be awesome. That would be amazing. The Gaming Skull's coming in saying hi. Who else we got? Nushki. Hello, beautiful wastelanders. Nushki, always great to see Nushki. Who else we got? TR Jeff. Jeffers coming in, a.k.a. Jeff, as we like to call him. Did you actually fix your book? The blind one? Well, I was wondering. Oh, look at that. Look at that. People helping each other out in the WoW Classic. Frostex coming in saying hello. Wow, lots of people at the beginning of the stream here. Hanging out. Let's see. Jessamy. They're calling you. Are you listening? I think Jessamy's asleep right now. Hello, Nushki. Hello. Candy Killer saying hello. Show Candy Killer some love. Legendary supporter here in the stream. Show him lots and lots of love. Mr. Grimm coming in with the beer and the hot peppers. Is that hot pepper beer? Is that what that is? Some schnapps with peppers? I don't know. Google's coming in as well. Look at all those peeps getting the kiss caps as well. Now, all right, everybody, you guys get to be the first one to see it right here. Now, I've worked very, very hard on this. This is an 8-month-long project. Now, you notice how normally I give out bottle caps when I'm at TwitchCon. This time, no. This time, it is time for the Kismet coin. That's right. These are called a challenge coin. I have spent 8 months trying to find the right people to make it happen. Now, this is more than just a coin. It is called a challenge coin, but I call it the dream coin. Look at this. This is the front, and this is the back, right? And you're like, whoa, Kismet, what are you going to use those for? These are business cards. Now, you know what's really cool about this? Is when you go and you look for stuff, and say you want to do something in your life, you take this and you spin it. That's right, it's a spinner coin. It's a Kismet spinner coin. I want you to dream. I want you to dream about what you can do in your life, right? To turn your life around like I turned my life around. I was disabled in the bed 5 years ago, and here I am having awesome sponsors like this who make amazing things with a Kismet challenge coin, or I call it the Kismet dream coin. So take it, spin it, and dream. All right, everybody? So if you find me at TwitchCon, I might give you one. I have a limited amount, though. They are just this year. Big shout out to my buddies, my latest sponsors here in the stream. That's right, Signature Coin. So go show them some love. If you need an amazing coin. Now, just so you know, I contacted 10 different people. And just as the standard, most of them don't get back to you. These guys got back to me within 24 hours. And I love that as a graphic designer. I love when people get back to me straight away. I say, look, this is what I'm looking for. And they're like, we got you back, Kismet. I'm like, I'm right up against the deadline. Can you get it done? Because I was waiting around for other people to try to get it done. Waiting around. Never made it happen. And there's like, oh, well, you got plenty of time. You got plenty of time. You got plenty of time. And then, of course, right up against the deadline as always. But they delivered. And see, it's not what people say. It's what they do. It's what they do. Do they deliver on what they say? Can they make the coin just as I want it to be? And they did. And they delivered it early. Actually, got a couple more weeks. Couple more weeks to go. Isn't that awesome, Raz? Well, guess what? Guess what you're going to get in your new loot drop? That's right. You're getting one of those automatically. If you donated and you put in a loot drop in the high level, I am going to give you one of these as well. So if you're one of the people up at $100 and above, you're getting a Kismet coin right there. That's getting your money back right there. Because these are limited edition, and you can only get them this year. So there you go. There you go. So one of the things that I've been working on for a very, very long time. So lucky you. See, now you guys are rocking the donators, right? So I will be saving some of those for you, but these will be my, this is my business card. So see, I'm a graphic designer. I find business cards incredibly boring. So when people are like, hey, Kismet, you got a business card? I'm like, sure. Here you go. Here's my challenge coin. I challenge you to be amazing at what you do. And if you need someone else who's amazing, give me a buzz, right? That's the way you do. See, you don't be like everybody else with the business cards and then just throw them away, right? I would rather give them something they're going to remember, something they got on their desk, something they're going to fiddle with while they're sitting there thinking about all the things they need to get done in their day. That's how you do it out there, everybody. Make yourself a little bit unique and different. If you can't afford something like that, of course, you know, a lot of that comes out of my pocket, but that is partially sponsored by Signature Coins, and I appreciate them greatly as coming in as a sponsor. So, again, make sure to show them lots of love over there, and you guys get to see it first here on the stream, and then I'll tweet it out later as well, probably tomorrow at some point. For those who are going to TwitchCon, pretty awesome. Now, these will not actually be in the loot drops at TwitchCon. These are my business cards. These I'll be handing out like cards while I'm there. And only my high-tier donators for the loot drop will get one as well. So instead of getting the bottle caps and bands and all that other stuff, I thought instead of doing that this year, instead of doing the bottle caps, instead of doing that, you'd have the bottle cap, the bottle cap challenge coin instead, which is way cooler, bro. That's way cooler. I mean, the second I pulled it out of there, I'm like, oh my gosh, they made it exactly like I wanted it. They just home run that sucker. And that's who I'm working with now. I'm working with great people. See, I had a lot of problem with bad people last year. A lot of people who didn't follow up. A lot of people who didn't know what they were doing. A lot of people who couldn't deliver on what they said. I like to work with people who are really high quality, who deliver on what they say. And that's who I can recommend again and again and again, over and over and over. To just whoever asks me and says, Kismet, do you know somebody who does challenge coins? Do you know someone who does coins? You know someone who does a whole bunch of other stuff? Oh, absolutely. I know just the people that I can send you to who I know are going to deliver, right? Because you never want to refer someone to somebody else who you think is not going to deliver, right? That's the worst, man. You never want to do that, especially someone like me who is at the highest tier of graphic design. I work with all the top companies and, of course, work with some of the top clients as well. I mean, some of those projects are $250,000, $500,000, multi-million-dollar projects, and you don't want to send them off to somebody who is just going to not deliver, right? And, you know, and I tried to help people out here on Twitch and whatnot and tried to, you know, send them some work and, you know, try to, you know, pay it forward into the community. But some of those people do not know about follow-up. It's rough. It's rough, everybody. It's pretty rough. So H2O says, smooth. There you go. Newski said, those are awesome. They are pretty awesome. I'll probably give some to my mods while I'm there, too, so they get one because they're awesome. Very Perry Bomb, be here as well. I have a collection of those from my time in the military. That's right. That's what they are. They're military-style coins. They're called challenge coins. They're for military. They're for other things like that. But I felt they were very appropriate for what I like to do and go out and challenge people to be amazing, to dream about what their best case scenario is, like what they would want to do in the future. If you want to be a streamer, if you want to be a writer, a doctor, whatever it is, first you got to start with a dream of where you want to be, right? You start where you want to be at the end and then work your way backwards. Like if you want to, in my case, if you want to be an artist, in my case, I had to say, okay, when I am the artist, where do I want to be, right? Where's my end goal? Well, of course, being able to do whatever art you want to do, whatever kind of projects you want to do, at whatever price that you want to set, because you're so known for what you do. And mine, it cost me a fortune. It cost me a fortune, to get to that point. But then again, I made a fortune doing that. I was the most expensive around. People say, like, well, you're the most expensive around. I go, that's because I deliver on what I say. If you want a project done on time and you want it done well, I'm your person. If you want to fuddle around with these other people over here and hope that it works out, you go right ahead. I'll be right here after you're done with them. And then once that happened once to a client, they would never go to anybody else because they would go over there. This guy would screw it up. They'd not deliver on it. You get messed up. They're like, you know what, Kismet, you were right, bro. You were right. I need somebody who can get it done in half the time it's going to take them because it's actually cheaper to go with me because you don't have to keep going back 15, 20 times and calling them and say, what's the status of my thing? Because I'm calling you up on the phone saying, hey, I'm going to have this done on Friday at 3 o'clock. You want to come by and pick it up? Sure. All right, cool. Bye. Boom. Then on to the next thing. That's it. Right? That's what you got to do. You got to deliver on what you say. And thank you to Signature Coins for that awesome support here in the stream. Challenge accepted. There you go. That is the great mindset to get into. I'm the same way. When someone says, hey, Kismet, this is impossible, I'm like, challenge accepted. Get partnership? Challenge accepted. Get out of the bed and not waste away until I die? Challenge accepted. Lose weight? Get in the gym, feel better, challenge accepted. Play some games and have some fun, challenge accepted. Let's go. Whoop, whoop. All right, we're going to have some fun playing some 76 here. We're just going to get into some momentum here. We're going to work on our getting our cash going. For our rating that we've been doing lately, right? We've been just kind of waiting for the rating. Right now, we're kind of waiting for that November stuff that's supposed to come up or fall stuff that's supposed to come up, which is, of course, voiced NPCs and all sorts of other cool stuff coming down the line. So we're just working on stamp packs, working on that cash, doing some basic stuff, and then we're going to get into some WoW Classic. We might get into some sponsored stuff as well. Might get a little bit into that. We'll see if we have enough time for that today. And we're going to have some water. That was like a dead air moment there. Yeah, Raz, like I said, Raz, this weekend, probably do that. Because there's more people who haven't got their loot drops yet. So we don't want to spoil what's in there yet, all right? We don't want to spoil it yet. We want them... I'm not going to show it on stream. Of course, you can show it on your YouTube channel and all that. But I'm going to be waiting until this weekend, and then I'll be showing my video as well as everybody else's videos and all the stuff that they sent into me as well. And I'll probably be incorporating that at the tail end of my video as well. But I'll be showing your video. I'll be showing everybody else's loot drops and all that stuff over the weekend again. Let's let everybody else get their chance to get it going on. Now, smart today, see, I got 2 waters. I got 2 waters today, so I can get more into some gaming. So look at this stuff here. We got some stuff leaving. We got patch 12 stuff. That's from August. Basic power armor paints there. And to kind of look at this. Look at that hat over there. That's some funny stuff. You got to give Bethesda credit. They do have a good sense of humor. So let's get into it, everybody. Let's get into adventure mode. Big time. I got to remember, watch out when I'm in the... I was editing some of my video... And they actually copyright striked one of my video. It's like a copyright warning. That the music in the Atomic Shop was copyrighted music. So when I'm in the Atomic Shop, I have to turn off the music. Otherwise, when I get up to YouTube, because you got to think that I take that video. I edit that video. I process it for 2 to 3 hours. I take it. I upload it. That takes a while. Then it processes for hours. That takes a while. Then I get up there and it says, sorry, copyright strike. And, of course, YouTube, being the YouTube it is today, is a gigantic dumpster fire over there. So I can't just go in there and edit that part out or just say remove music because those functions don't work. Huh? Amazing, right? $1 billion company that can't make their own stuff work. So you know what I got to do? I got to do that whole process over again. I have to go back to editing. I have to edit it out. I got to reprocess it again for another 2 to 3 hours. I got to re-upload it again for another 2 to 3 hours where I goes up there and processes and then check it to see if it's okay. And then, if it's not okay, guess what I got to do? I got to do that all over again, over and over and over until they say it's okay. That sucks. It sucks big time. It drains endless hours of my time over there. And that's too bad, because, YouTube had such a potential. And I feel like they just, became the blockbuster video of social medias at this point. You know, and they used to treat gamers really horribly until they saw Twitch was taking off. And then like, wait, we like gamers. We're not going to treat them like third-class citizens or anything. We're not going to treat them like, you know, give them less, you know, CPR, which is, you know, the amount they pay you for videos. We're not going to give you less of that anymore. We're going to say, hey, we're really excited to have you on our platform. In fact, we're going to create a gaming thing, and we're going to treat you right. Yeah, after all the years of treating gamers like second-class citizens the whole entire time, all of a sudden they're all for gamers, right? They're all for gamers then. Yeah, it's pretty scary though. Pretty scary what they're doing over there. It is a bit of a train wreck. I mean, everything they do, they came out with a new video listing thing, right? Your video area where you go in and check your videos, and it's worse than the original. Oh man, it is terrible because it reorganizes all my videos. Instead of putting the latest videos that I uploaded, it puts them in some weird order that I can't even figure out. And I just say, you know what? Go back to classic, not classic WoW, but classic WoW too. But go back to classic version of YouTube because the new one, it's like, how can you make something that was already okay into something worse than it was originally? It's from, you know, it's from committee, Bunny Fufu. It's Bunny Fufu. That is terrifying. That is really scary. All right, modifier repair. That is some scary stuff. All right, I don't need to modify repair. Awesome. Hello. Nothing more scary than a clown. I don't know how that is over the years. Like, clowns become scary. They used to be not scary, and then, I don't know, they got more and more scary the older I got. I don't know. Let's see. More shotgun shells. Let's do it. Woo, there we go. So we're working up ammo. We're working up shotgun stuff. I don't think we have any stuff we need to do over here. Nope, we did all of that. How's our weight looking? Woo, right on the, oh no, right here. So 173 to 345. I think we kind of cleared everything last time, right? Let's go ahead and see if we need to scrap anything. Nope. Ah, wow, I'm looking pretty good. Looking pretty good to start the day. All right, well, we got a little bit of loot we can sell to the vendor. Let's get that going on. Right over here. Clowns are terrifying. I know, huh? That was kind of creepy out of nowhere. There's a clown right there. That was a little creepy. All right, let's get rid of all this other stuff here. And you know what we're going to do. We're just going to do our cash run as we do. You got to be real consistent when you're trying to build funds, right? You get off track, which I do fairly easily. You get off track and then all of a sudden, boom, you're not making any cash, and then you run out of caps, and then you're in trouble. All right, what perks do we got on right now? We got Super Duper. Let's get that out of there. Let's get Can Do in there. Let's get Pharma in there. We don't need Ammo Smith now, so we can put our Adrenaline back on. And you can see I've done this a time or two. Lone Wanderer, Hard Bargain. Let's try to leave that on so I don't forget this time. What else we got? Travel Agent's a good one. What ones do we got? Oh, man. Nothing really worth putting on right there. Put Rat Sponge on. We got Strong Back. We got that over there. What else we got? I think we got is a 2 in here. Full charge. Printing and armor consumes no extra fusion core energy. Oh. Use that one. I like that one. All right. What else we got? Power user. Lead belly. All right. We got all the stuff we need. Let's go ahead and turn some sounds on. And bounce out of here. Bounce. Get to our cache location. Then we're going to run around, see if we can find some stem packs. And then we're going to get some WoW Classic. You guys would be surprised how many things I always have running at the same time. Like right now, I have, of course, the stream running. I have Discord. I have videos processing in the background. I have things copying. I have a whole bunch of stuff running simultaneously, doing all sorts of stuff. I rarely think that even my wife or family knows how many things I'm usually doing simultaneously at the same time to try to maximize my time. Because, you know, Doing what I do at the level that I do it requires a lot of effort. A lot of effort. You got to keep a lot of, things up in the air, as they say, or balls up in the air, like juggling. Got to keep a lot of things running, juggling a lot of things simultaneously. But then that's how you move forward. If you don't keep up with it, it will fall behind. Another thing I did today, as I spent a good couple hours today out of my day while I was waiting for those videos to process and upload, I was working on our guild in WoW Classic. I'm happy to announce we're up to 32 members. And you're like, well, Kismet, there's a whole bunch of alts in there. I don't count alts as members. Some people do that, right? Some guilds, like, they pad their numbers by going in and saying, oh, well, we've got 600 members. Of course, 599 of them are alts. Well, I'm sure not that many, but you get the idea. I don't pad numbers. I had 300 main members in WoW, not just alts and members. And right now we've got 32 members. We actually have 49 people, or 49 characters in the guild, but some of them are alts. So I always go in, check which ones are alts, check which ones are main characters. And of course, update it. I also look at who's active in the guild, who's showing up, how long it's been since they've logged on, stuff like that. And that's why I'm a great guild leader, because it gives me an overview of what's going on in the entire guild. When you update your guild roster and you keep it up to date. You definitely want to keep it up to date, because it'll give you an insight as to what's going on. Also, people like to know that you're out there busting your butt for the rest of the guild. They like to know that you're there, figuring out who's doing what, sending welcome letters to everybody, which I did also today. I went and welcomed all the new members, said hello to everybody in the chat. You want to be around as a guild leader. You don't want to, and again, we're going to chat a little bit while I'm running around just picking up this loot. You want to be around, right? There's nothing worse than logging in and not seeing your guild leader for about 5 months, where they're nowhere to be found, right? And you're like, oh, well, hey, I got this problem, I need this thing, or what other thing, you can't reach your guild leader. I am very easy to reach in all my various social medias, as well as here on stream. Very, very easy to find. And I used to get it all the time, where I would, my peeps were so hardcore that they would be like, hey, Kismet, where you been? I'm like, dude, I just took 1 day off. I got to have at least 1 day off to do all the stuff that I'm not really off. I'm really just doing a whole bunch of stuff behind the scenes. Like yesterday, I did spend some time with the wife and family, though. I like to try to get some family time in between all of that hard work as well. Took my daughters over to go swimming and all of that. I did not go swimming this time. I was too tired because I had like 0 sleep. So I was working on so many things, trying to finalize the last of TwitchCon ahead of time. So I don't have to, at last minute every single time. I can't stand that. It happens to me every single year for some reason, one reason or another. Where are you? One reason or another comes right down to the end. Wow, nailing those guys. All right, again, we're running through here. Once again, we're doing a sweep of everything in here. Oh, magazine. Sweet. Backwoodsman. And a free fusion core. Thank you very much for that. And again, I just grab everything. Eventually we're just going to throw most of this away. Or sell it to the vendor. Oh, let's run up to this one up here today, too. Let's do it. Man, it's beautiful in the wasteland today, man. I've been getting some beautiful days. Look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful. Running through. Oh, look, somebody already cleared this. Somebody super looted it, too. Look at that. Wow. Wow, wow. Almost like I was here. Look at this. They picked this whole thing clean like me. See, the cool thing about the items, though, is they are instance. The containers are all instance, so even if someone else came along and grabbed it, you would still have the ability to at least go into all of those and grab them, which is cool. All right, let's go get our razor grain, and then we outie. I feel like running around checking out people's camps today, seeing if we can find some cheap stem packs and whatnot as well. Again, this area is really low level, so fairly easy to get it done here. Oh, I blew the door off of the hinge. You see that? Ah, I knew that was gonna happen. Too close. Burn stem pack. Too close on that one. But yeah, I blew the door off the hinges. I see some doors can be destroyed, which I didn't know because you can't do that in Fallout 4. You can't destroy doors. At least I don't think so. I don't think I've never had a door that you can destroy. Some you cannot, though. I have discovered some now. Look at that. Pick clean over here. Someone else doing the same as me. Look at that. Grabbing all the loots. They didn't open the thing, though. A little bit of stuff there. A little bit of loot here. Let's get that bonus loot. Nothing. Sometimes you gotta wait for it because it takes a minute. Put our weapon away. And here we go again. All right. And you're like, well, Kismet, you just do the same thing over and over. Well, hey, that's how you make easy money. I like easy money. Easy money is easy money, if you know what I mean. Let's get that easy money. You know, you gotta fund these raids somehow. You gotta get that money in your pocket so when your team's ready to raid, and I apologize to my team that I didn't make it on Sunday. I was just too exhausted. I slept through. I have 3 alarms that I set to try to wake up on time. I did wake up for our meeting on time, though. I was on time for our meeting. If I can make it to the meeting, I assume everybody else can too. But, you know, that's why I've always put meetings. Here's another thing about being a guild leader or a streamer or whatever, is you want to set those meetings out far enough that people can make it there. So I usually set mine out, you know, a month ahead of time or multiple weeks ahead of time to give people a chance to be there. And one of the things that drive me crazy is when people don't show up. It's like they don't show up and they don't even let you know. They're just like, oh, you know, I'm just not going to show up. That's it. Don't show up. No reason why they didn't show up. That's a red flag usually to me. If that happens too often, also if that happens when you know, you work somewhere and you have a meeting about some project that's coming up or whatever it is, and the people are so nonchalant about not showing up, or they show up late, or they're chronically never show up, or they don't show up on time. They don't feel it's important enough to let you know they're going to be late, or they can't make it that night. Then that is a red flag, because then that means they don't value your time as well. Now, of course, I have sleep apnea and vertigo, so I have an issue too of trying to make it on time. But if I can make it, I feel other people can make it as well. So watch out for that, everybody. If that happens just too often, keep that in mind, because that will eventually come back to bite you when you're trying to do stuff, right? And you're doing all this stuff, working on stuff, and then people are not showing up. People are not delivering or showing up on time. So I got to watch out for that. Now, if it happens every now and again, you know, don't be too hard-handed about it. Don't be a jerk about it, right? But also, you got to find that fine line between, hey, come on, we're trying to do something. I gave you plenty of time, and you know, giving them lots of love for, you know, backing you up as well. That kind of stuff. Of course, if they're paid to be there, that's even worse, right? That's even worse. If they're paid, they should be there on time. Hey, they're breaking my stuff. It's out here breaking my mute fruit. Super muties. Super muties out here bringing me some loot. Breaking my mute fruit. Breaking my mute fruit. All right, let's get it in here like this. What's up? And go in here.
Acquisitions now available.
And we're gonna go ahead and sell some of this stuff. Boom! Watch this. Instant caps. There's 118 caps right there. Nuka cherry, psycho buff. Oh, I forgot to get my purified water. Take that. 214 caps. So boom. How much should we make? About 450 caps, just in that little bit of time there. I'm going to speed up a little bit because you guys have seen me do this before. So I'm just going to be blazing this now. I'm going to be going a lot faster. So I hope you don't mind. If I go a little bit too fast, you're welcome to say, Kismet, what did you just do there? Make sure to use my name in the chat so I know you're talking directly to me. And there we go, getting that. Now we're going to go ahead and sell this purified water as well. Boom. Purified water is awesome. Look at that. That's 70 right there. It's like hasta la vista, baby. Yeah, I mean, it's a red flag when people don't show. And that's one of my things. I hate being late. I hate, not showing up to things on time. If I miss the stream or if I'm late for the stream, it'll just bug the heck out of me for the longest time. When you come to rely on people too and they don't show up, that's worse too, especially in real life and things like that. When you're relying on people and you say, okay, are you down? And they say yes, and then they just totally flake, and you're like, dope, flaked, not good. So yeah, if you are going to be late for something, if you're not going to show up or that kind of stuff, try to do your best to tell the people, especially your work, especially places, friends or whatnot, that, hey, can't make it, hey, gonna be late, those kind of things, as opposed to just not showing up. If you just don't show up for work, you know what happens? You get fired. That's what happens. I will fire people for that for sure. If you don't let me know the reason why you're not at work, you get like 1 or 2 of those, and then you're fired. You're gone. Because I don't need to deal with that. Why make your boss deal with those issues, right? Your boss got enough to deal with, unless your boss is a lazy bum who's an a-hole. Well, then they're a jerk anyway, so you don't care about them anyway. But still, that's on you, though. If you don't show up on time, if you don't deliver on what you say, that is on you. And I was always early, always on time. That was like my signature thing. I would be there always. And I show up massively on time. Especially like last year was pretty funny when we were at TwitchCon. So I get up. I had about 3 hours of sleep. My back was killing me, man. I was dying on that first day at TwitchCon on Friday. I could barely stand. My lower back wasn't strong enough to keep the rest of my body up, so I kept tilting over. It was excruciating because I only had a bit of sleep, and I had traveled in the plane for a very long time to try to get there early. But then, of course, I couldn't get there early, so I was trapped in that plane for all that time. And then was really in excruciating pain. I had to get some ibuprofen from the hotel there, which I don't even think I told my mods there. I think I told them about my back pain though. But I show up on time. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, all right, we're all getting together. We're meeting. And then everybody's like, well, Kismet, we're running behind. We're going to be late. All these excuses that I'm thinking, let's see. 50 years old, sleep apnea, vertigo, had 3 hours of sleep, but I still showed up on time, right? And that's the thing about excuses, right? The second somebody starts giving me tons of excuses, it just goes right in here and right out here. Because the only thing that matters in life is your actions and how you deliver on stuff, right? If you don't show up and you don't let people know why you're not showing up, if you have a valid reason, you have stuff you have to do, things you have to get done, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's that miscommunication or lack of communication that can really hurt your relationship with other people. Absolutely. It can hurt your relationship with your boss, with your coworkers, that kind of stuff. If they're waiting on you, right? You have a whole team of people who are waiting on you to get there on time, and you show up an hour late. Then now you've pissed off every single person in that group. Not just the one person, not just the boss, but now you've pissed everybody off. Because they're like, oh, this person is that person. The person who doesn't show up. The person who doesn't communicate about what's going on, right? There we go. 5 minutes early is 10 minutes late. That's how I raised. There you go, Scorch Dragon. I like that one. I like that. That's right. So yeah, I try to be on time. And if I can be there on time, as someone who has a lot of really tough medical issues, it'll never go away either. It's always a struggle every day. Every day is a struggle to get up, do what I need to do, be here at the stream, be there for my mod meetings, be there for my stream team meetings and all that stuff. And then when other people say, well, Kismet, I can't make it, Kismet, do it, I'm taking my time. I'm taking my time and putting my effort in to be there, as well as a bunch of other people are there. So the most respectful thing to do is either 1, communicate that you won't be there, or 2, communicate that that you'll be late. Whoa, hey-oh. Oh, free loot. More rats. Or something like that, right? If you don't communicate at all and you just don't show up, that's not cool, bro. That's a red flag. That's like can I trust this person? It'll start to degrade your trust, right? Like, say a great example, you're going to go out with somebody, right? And you went out with them, you had a great first date or whatever. And then you say, hey, I'll meet you the next time, right? And some of you are going to get triggered on this because I know this has happened to you as well. And you say, okay, well, I'll meet you at this time or whatever. Say, well, I'm super busy. I can, maybe make it about this time. It's going to be tough. It's going to, drive all the way across town, but I'll meet you there. I'll make it happen. Okay, great. We'll meet you there. You do all of that. You do all this rigmarole. You work your whole schedule around and move it around. And then you get there. You're there on time. And they either don't show up or they show up late, right? How does that make you feel, right? Makes you feel bad, right? Because you went through all this extra effort to get there. And then day later, they call you up and say, oh, sorry. I had to go talk to a friend of mine. Right, and it's a really dumb reason, too. It's like a really dumb, it's not like their car broke down, they got in an accident, they had a family member who had, was in the hospital or something like that. Those are easy. Okay, no problem. You had an emergency, you had to deal with it. But it was like a dumb excuse. Oh, well, I had to watch a football game on TV. I had to go and do this other thing, right? Those kind of excuses are instant trust-reducing excuses. If you got, oh, well, I had this other thing I had to do. Right? Those are terrible excuses. You never want to do those excuses. You want to be there ahead of time, ahead of the curve, and say, oh, well, I got this other stuff I have to do. And then we're like, okay, cool, with whatever team you work with. So watch out for that when you're working on a team. Now, the same thing with rating, right? And the reason why I bring this up is because about leading guilds or leading a team in real life, leading a team as a streamer, leading a team as whatever you do, a musician or whatever it is that when you're also in a guild, and you say, hey, let's go do this instance all the way across the whole rest of the world. And this happened to me many times. And this is why it's one of the rules in the guild now. And then you travel for 30 minutes all the way over to the whole other side of the world to do an instance. And then you get there, and of course I bring guild members, and I try to invite randoms, and we try to get everybody together to help this person. And they go, well, you know what? I ran out of time. I got to go. So now, not only have you cost 30 minutes of your time, but it's also cost 30 minutes of everybody else's time, 4 other people's time, or 5 other people. I forget how many people are in a group now in WoW. I think it's 6, right? 6? Yeah, 5 other people. All their time to get there, and now you left. Now they can't even run the instance even without you. So that's a terrible thing as well. So be aware that the more you do that, the more it will degrade your trust with other people. Right? So the more you show up late, the more you don't say stuff like that, the more you don't, think about how much time you have to run an instance, things like that, it will degrade the trust in you from other people. And that trust is the most important thing you can build. The same thing with clients. When clients come to you, and I should be collecting some loot while I'm talking to you. Hold on. Let me get to collecting some loot. Let's go get some high-end loot. Let's go do it while I'm talking. Again. Now, if you agree, put a 1 in the chat. Have you ever had someone do that to you, stood you up, didn't deliver on what they said they would come over and help you move, but then never showed up? Have you ever had that? Put a 1 in the chat. Have you ever gotten a group and then people just let you down? Have you ever done something where you were relying on somebody to come through for you, and then they just completely dropped the ball, right? So watch out for that, everybody. Watch out for that. Again, that will not only degrade with your friend, but it also degrade with your extended friends. It'll degrade with your boss. It'll degrade with your significant other, that kind of stuff. When my wife says, hey, I need you to pick up our daughter at school at this time. If I don't do that, then that trust is going to be degraded. Then she'll be like, well, maybe I can't trust him to do this, right? Hey, can you get the lawn mowed? I'll do what I can. And then if it doesn't happen, again, degrade. It also works in your relationships, right? The more that you let that other person down and you don't come through on what you say, it'll just degrade your relationship to the point in which the other person can't even trust you. Big time. I'm a landlord. Lots of ball-dropping contractors. There you go. There you go, Master Michael. And the same thing, yeah, with contractors or people that you work with. When you work with like a plumber or a fence person, it is so magical now when you get somebody who's really good, right? When you just like go and do it and deliver on it, right? Go and just make it happen, right? I don't care how you make it happen. Just make it happen and do a great job. And then when they do, you're so stunned because there's so many bad people out there who don't follow up, who are really terrible at what they do, not because they're not good at it, They're just not good at building trust with people because they show up late. They don't do what they say. They don't deliver on what they say. They take 10 times longer than they say they're going to take. That is not good. That will degrade it. Now, if that happens every now and again, and they did a great job here, and they did a lesser job, it degrades less. But there's still that degraded when you don't show up, especially when you don't even say anything. You're just like, oh, it's not important enough to me to show up, right? And that's how the other person feels, that it's not important enough for you to show up or to let them know that you're not going to show up. Vitally important. Vitally important. Hey, Ozzy, what's up? Oh, yeah, lots of ones in the chat from Ozzy. Also, Scorch Dragon, a whole bunch of other people saying, oh, yeah, people talk and not walk. That's right. You gotta deliver on what you say. And that's what cost me so much time on those loot drops. I mean, oh, man, I went to a lot of people, dude. Between doing the some of the stuff in there, well, I don't want to do. I can't wait to just talk about the loot drops, so then I can just tell you guys about all the stuff. But between all the stuff that I put in there, I must have contacted 50 different types of people to work on different stuff for me who just never delivered, who I literally had to fire. I said, nope, sorry, I've given you enough time. You haven't delivered on what you say. I can't wait any longer. This has already cost me months and months and months, and my reputation is on the line too. I've got to deliver on these. If I say I'm going to deliver, I deliver. Didn't I deliver, Raz? I delivered, didn't I? You should see that video. She's so excited. She's so excited. I also sent her some few extra candy bars. Her dad is also super sweet, super nice guy. I got to meet him as well at TwitchCon one year. I got to meet Raz one year at TwitchCon as well. So I sent him some extra Kismet candy bars because, hey, dads rule, right? Dads rule. Dads are awesome. Let's get in here, out of the way. Get in here. Let's get some stuff. Like in school class? Yeah, same thing like, you don't turn in your homework. You don't deliver in school. Really, you're sabotaging yourself on that one. Because, the whole point of being in school is to learn stuff, right? My daughter came to me once when she was young. Younger anyway, and she was like, the teacher doesn't want us to ask questions, and I'm like, oh no, that ain't going to be the way it is. I said, that's the whole point of being in school, is to ask questions, is to understand what you're doing, right? And she was struggling in math, and I'm like, no, I'm going to go in and I'm going to talk to that teacher and figure out, is it my daughter that feels that way, or is the teacher like that in class saying, well, hey, you got to do your homework and don't be asking lots of questions. I'll be like, nah, bro. I'm not paying your salary by busting my butt, or my wife busting her butt in this case. Back then it was me busting my butt, but there you go. Every single day to pay teacher salaries, which isn't that great anyway. So I have a lot of love to teachers out there. But certainly, it's not going to be where my child could not ask questions in class. That's the whole point of going to school. You gotta be able to ask. If you don't understand, you've got to be able to admit, hey, I don't understand. I need to understand so that I can progress, right? So I went in and I talked to that teacher. Kismet's on point, right? I'm that kind of dad who will go up there and show up to the dad party. Oh, look how they transformed that time. See how they transformed from one of the ones that are burned up? Oh my gosh, I'm myrtleizing them all in here. From one of the ones that was like burned up to one of those. That's interesting. I think I've seen that before. So we're just going to super loot all of this and then run the heck out of here. We're going to get all the loots. This is what I call the high-end one. This has got a lot of loot in here and a lot of mobs. You're going to walk out of here with a good amount of caps. And whatnot, and I just go around, just super loot whatever I can just kind of snag as I'm running, and then we'll sort it all out later. There's some ultracite there. Again, I could be selling a lot of this. This is what you could do just to make crazy tons of money. Run through, grab all the like the stuff will sell. Like if you sell lead and adhesive and all of that stuff, you could be making the bank. We could go in the lead one, be running that one from time to time. Just getting lead and selling that. Where did you guys finally caught up to me? Now it's time to die. Oh yeah, these are the tougher ones. AoE damage. Oh, this one's still alive. How can I tell? Because I got stuck on it when I run by. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks when you're getting hit by a crippling shotgun. See, look how many mobs are in here. Tons of mobs. Look at all those loots. Get those loots. I think I get more from the mobs than I do from picking stuff up. There's a lot of mobs in here. Now, depending on how many people you bring in here, is how much loot you're going to get as well. You're going to get a crazy ton of loot in here. Hey, look at you, bringing more loot to me. Thank you. Thank you. Now, they also have shotgun ammo, which I greatly appreciate. Makes it easier for me to replenish my shotgun supply. Hard hat there. All right, not that much here in the front. Is there anything in there? Should be looking for that ultra sight. I probably ran past a bunch of stuff, but that's okay. We're just doing a fast run today. We're not going to go into too deep into the side areas here. Grab the easy stuff. Anything in there? Nope. Nope. All right, just keep bringing it down the row here. Yeah, I wish you could sell all of this extra loot. It would be nice. But I have to use tons and tons of plastic to do so. Ultra sight there. Now, I find all these mines have some sort of supply to it. Whether it's ultra sight, lead, crystal, all of that kind of stuff as well. Hey, what you guys doing in there? Looks like dying to me. Look at that. See how he's he's being tricky, right? He was acting like one of those other ones. Yeah. Get in my line of sight. That ought to work out great for you. Let's see how that works out for you. Man, it doesn't look too good for you. We get everything out of here. Oh, ultra sight vein. Be right with you. Yeah, Rip is right. Hold on. Be right with you. My shotgun loading so slow again. Oh, you're still alive, are you? Not now, you're not. Darn shotgun's loading slow again. Do I got my perk off of there? Oh, I got my perk off. That's why. Let's pull Master Shotgunner off of there. Let's get my perk back on there. There we go. There we go. Get all these guys. Now, what happens in this instance, too, is they do love to run in from behind you. Run in from behind. And try to sneak in there and get you. Get all this loot. Insane amount of loot. Yeah, I don't think I've seen him do that little trick there, though. Yeah, so keep that trust high by well communicating with your crew. Both in-game and in real life. And I'm telling you, the second you do that, magic starts to happen, right? When everybody's communicating, hey, this is what we're doing, this is where we're going, this is how we're getting it done. To have that kind of communication is super, super important. If you have people that just, like, feel like it's not worth their time, not worth their time to have that good communication, then you should ditch those people. You should say, sorry, I appreciate it, but you got to go. That's the way it is in business, right? You can't have people you can't rely on. If you can't rely on people to deliver, because that's what happens all the time, right? If you're a boss of anything, and a lot of you bosses out there know what I'm talking about, and, you know, like if you work at, I'm sure if you worked at a low-end job, like at Walmart or, you know, at a, like one of those box stores or something like that, that a lot of people who show up are just absolute flakes. They don't show up on time. They don't do what they're supposed to be doing. They're not delivering on what they're saying. They're not doing their job. So, of course, it makes your job harder because you got to make up for them not doing their job, and so on. And that's a huge problem in the workforce today. So when the manager is just so happy to finally get somebody who actually shows up, does what they do, and delivers on what they say, right? That's a way to get in your manager's good graces because you're just there delivering consistently every single time, especially the boss of your boss. That's who you want noticing that you're there on time, that you're delivering on what you say, right? That's the person you want to see you doing what you're doing and deliver, right? And that's how I became the boss in everywhere I've ever worked, pretty much. Because the boss would notice that I would be there early, that I'd be in there, you know, reading up about the internet before anybody even knew what the internet was back in the day, or at least most people. And then, of course, I started a conversation with him. We'd talk about that. He's like, oh, man, I got to learn about that whole internet thing. And then he did. He went on to make millions doing that, too. He was already a millionaire. He was already multi-millionaire at the time. But, yeah, went on to make even more money. Bam. Boom. And then when, you know, when he needs that manager, he's like, who should I pick? Should I pick all these people who don't show up on time, who I don't really know, who haven't been delivering again and again, or should I pick the guy who's always here on time or early? Should I pick the person who's always delivering on everything that they do, right? Because see, it's like building a foundation for your next step in whatever you want to do, right? And right now, I'm building a foundation in the guild, right? Building a foundation by tracking everything, seeing how everything's doing, welcoming new members to the guild, you know, investing that time that I think is vital as a leader in whatever you do. Investing that time in great peeps, right? You invest that time. You be there. Hey, Kismet, you want to go hunting? Yeah, let's go. What do you want to do, right? I don't care what we do as long as we go do it together, right? I don't care if we go do level 1 stuff. With my max level character, I don't care. I would normally grab a non-max level character. I don't want to make it too easy. I do like it to be a little bit of a challenge, and I'm sure most people do too. They don't want to just be easy moded. At least most people don't. I feel it takes away a lot of the fun if you do get easy moded. I want it to be a bit of challenge. One ran away. I was like, I'm gone, dude! I'm leaving you. Left his buddy behind. Totally left him behind. So we're talking a bit about guild leading today. We're talking a bit about delivering on what you say and making sure that you keep that trust nice and high with everybody, right? Try that tomorrow. Try that tomorrow to think about ways of building trust with other people. Building trust at work, building trust at home, building trust with everybody that you meet, right? Like when I say, hey, I'm going to deliver on this, most people would say, hey, you know, I believe Kismet's going to deliver because he's delivered before and before and before, right? And if you make mistakes along the way, you know, it's no big deal. It's okay. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to have days where, you know, you oversleep like I do, right? And you just say, my bad, I messed up, and then you move on, right? That's what you do, right? Don't make it into something where, oh my gosh, you did this one thing that one time, and I'm going to hold it over your head for the whole rest of your life. Everybody hates that. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's weird. Look at that. He's trying to eat that hot dog. He almost had it. He almost had the hot dog there. Don't hold it over other people's heads. People really despise that too. When you hold it over their head and you do all of that. Don't just hold on to it forever. How'd you get... Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Trying to reload my weapon. Yeah, don't hold it over their head forever, but you mean address it. Don't let it, don't let it be the elephant in the room, right? Where they're just showing up chronically late all the time. They don't think it's important to communicate what's going on, or if they're not going to be there, or if they keep standing you up, that kind of stuff. That's also a red flag in a relationship, by the way. If people are standing you up and not feeling that your time is important, right? And not even letting you know ahead of time, not calling you. Because now, I mean, back in the day, you know, if you get in an accident, in a car accident or something like that, it is difficult to communicate because you have to get off the side of the road. You got to go to a call box or find a payphone and all of that stuff back in the day. But today, you know, people out in the middle of nowhere got cell phones. Or you can borrow someone's cell phone and say, hey, I need to call, you know, it's emergency, can I borrow your cell phone to call so-and-so, it's a local call, and most people will be like, okay, go ahead, you know, it's no problem, go for it, right? Whoa, hey-oh. Holy mackerel, look at all these suckers. I hate this gun. I hate this gun for that reason. It takes forever to reload. You ain't got what it takes to kill me, bro. I can tell already. You're not hitting me hard enough. Whew, that's a lot of those. Now look, it didn't even finish reloading. Because I switched back to my other weapon. Wasn't even worth it. Yeah, you like that? It's called the jukes. You gotta know when to back up, right? You don't want to go rushing in there with that many mobs on you. That's gonna cost you a lot of stim packs. I mean, hey, you can if you want. It's your game. Do whatever you want, but still. That's a bad tactical position to be running in there with that many mobs on you. Especially kings there. They can hit pretty hard. And this is why I have a disabling shotgun. Also, notice how I get up onto the high ground there. That helps as well. Once they're disabled, they can't do anything because they can't reach up there. Where are you going? You ain't going nowhere. Alright, now this is really awesome, by the way. Really awesome. Here peeps behind. Just thought of an idea. First we'll wipe this guy out. Shoot all these guys. Some AoE action. The closer you are with a shotgun, the more damage you do. Not dead. Now dead. Close the door so they can't get through if they try to come up behind you. There we go. Whew, look at all this loot. Holy moly. Just a lot of sweet loot in here. Come on, Mr. Krabby Crab. Bye-bye. I don't mess with someone with an explosive shotgun. It happens to have a Mirelurk on it as well. Getting tons of loot in here. Again, we're just super looting today. We're just trying to get the loot, chatting it up a bit as we're running along. So that we can, of course, get ready for them raids. Get that raid action. Not reach him in there. Cannot reach him. He's inside the bubbles. Get this one? Nope. Now I'm overburdened, though, too. I'm going to be walking slower. I don't see anybody else up in here. Looks like no one's been in here in a while, too. That's always a dangerous thing. When no one's been in there in a while, I'm not going to bother opening those other ones. See, that when they're locked like that, I avoid them. Avoid them when you're just doing a speed run. It just takes you longer. You don't really get that much more loot for the time it takes to get it. I just get the stuff that's easy to grab. Like that. Ooh, look at all this ammo up here. The reason why that's trouble is because that means more mobs could swarm you. Oops. Not want to do that. More mobs could swarm you at any given time, so be ready for that. Oh, look, there's no guy over here this time either. Ooh, rifles. Tons of loot in there. I hear you. Now see, this is how this instance should be. There should be a constant respawn. Especially when there's a bunch of you in here. You die already. You guys are getting tough. I'm tough enough, though. Ooh, level up. Another level up. 167 now. So these guys will just keep spawning and keep spawning down here. Meanwhile, you're just getting crazy tons of loot. I mean, you're just rolling in the dough. Rolling in the loot-a-rooney. I've walked out of here with over 10,000 caps worth of stuff before, but that's with my crew. When you're running with multiple people, you'll have it more often. The mobs will just keep spawning and spawning and spawning, which is great because that's just more and more loot for everybody, right? Because you got to think these are instanced. Each mob is instant, so everybody's getting the loot. So if you have 2 people here, you're getting 2 times the loot. If you have 3 people here, 3 times the loot, and so on. And again, they'll just keep spawning and spawning and spawning, and you'll keep getting more and more loot. Man, I can do it all day, every day, as long as I have enough stem packs and other stuff. And all this stuff over here is really cool because all of this stuff here, which you didn't kill, actually drops loot. See? Drops the loot. Now, mobs that are already down here usually are like level 20s. And then the ones that spawn at your level, the level 60s and whatnot, those are spawning because of me. You can always tell because there's like a disparity in those levels, right? They're really high level. Let me catch up on chat. Yeah, a lot of drop the ball contractors. There you go. It's like hasta la vista, baby. Exactly. Catch up on chat a little bit. The Master of Tycoons, Kismet. Good evening, geese, and thanks for being here. Hello, hello. Oh, there you go, Pimp of the Dad. Well, hey, you're more than welcome to come join us this weekend. In Classic or in 76. Either way, we'll be around getting into some trouble. As you do, right? We have lots of fun up in this stream. Welcome to, by the way, if you're just wandering in for the first time here in my stream, my name is Kismet. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. I'm the OG, the original gamer from back in the day, since before most people were born. Yeah, I'm that old school. I've played them all along the way. Not every single game, but I mean all the systems and whatnot along the way. I played most of the different genres of, you know, space games and fantasy games and MMOs and single players and all of that. And have had a fantastic time. I love gaming. I don't care who knows it. You know how some people are. You know, they're like, you know, they put their nose up whenever they don't like what you're into. They're like, oh, you're a gamer. Yeah, that's right. I am. I enjoy every minute of it, and I'll continue to do so every single day because you ain't the boss of me. So, right? Right? Give them a little attitude. I'm high level in real life, bro. I don't answer to nobody anymore, and that's great. I answer to no one. I got real life achievements. I go with that. So again, make sure to build that trust with peeps. Make sure to build that trust with your guild members as well, that they know you're going to be there. You know you're going to show up when it's time for raiding, when it's time for running instances and things like that. It's very vitally important to build that trust. Right? And then, or just be around, right? As a guild leader, you want to be around so people know that you're going to be around. That the guild is not going to, you know, there's no one at the wheel. Why can I not jump up? There we go. There's no one at the wheel of the guild. No one wants that. But the guild member, the guild leader's not around. Oh, watch this move. Whoop, whoop. Oh, oh, what? Oh, that wasn't a great move. Now I'm stuck in there. I gotta wait. Jetpack back out of there again. All right, well, not a great move. I thought I was going to land on the side of it, but apparently those beams don't mean nothing. They're magic beams. Just like magic beans. All right, these guys are tough. Take a few hits. Be with you in just a second. Bye-bye. Now, here's another little trick, too. Instead of using your stem packs, of course, you want to use your boil water. If you picked up some purified water, you want to use that to try to heal yourself up. And you can also go ahead and use some of this meat and whatnot that you picked up as well. River ale, mole rat meat. Because I have lead belly. This stuff does not radiate me, so I can go ahead and use that. Now, some of it will actually heal you, but not all of it, right? So some of it you do, like right here, canned dog food. That'll actually give you some HP back, but really, really slowly. So of course it's always better to cook it because then you're gonna get a bigger health bonus. But if you can't cook it, then just use it as is. Use that lead belly. Even if you just turn lead belly on for a moment, I leave it on all the time. Even though probably efficiency-wise, you probably want to turn it off and turn it on only when you need it. But me, I just leave it on because I use it so often. Like so. Oh, I thought there was another one over here. There we go. Big time. And again, I play lots of games up in here. We're going to play some 76 here. What we're doing is we're just grinding for loot to do the raids. If you've not discovered the raids, oh my gosh, they are awesome. You know, they have some minuses, like the one we're doing right now. They do rotate every week, which is pretty cool. The one we're doing right now is based on the terminals. So the problem with the terminals, they're very, very slow. So my biggest suggestion... Hey, a whole bunch more people want to bring me some more free loot. Oh, man, my thing broke. That's okay. I happen to have a melee weapon. And that's going to even do even more damage than my other weapon. Come here. That's called power attacking. I'm hitting the Alt key using my action points. Oh, not that one, though. Finish him off with a big one. Up. Power, you hit the Alt key to do a power attack, and it does like 4 times the damage sometimes. It's crazy. And usually one-shot them with that. If you're at a high enough level there. Oh, there was a legendary there. Thank you very much. Grab that miner's lamp. Now you're like, uh-oh, Kismet, what are you going to do? Your weapon's broken. Oh, that's okay. I just happen to have some repair kits. So we're going to go in. We're going to say inspect repair. I got 2 repair kits. 2 repair kit. And there we go. And I actually like the repair kits. I don't like the fact that they're in the atomic shop. I did not get mine from the atomic shop. I don't pay to win. I don't like to pay to win. I feel like it's always a bad idea to add that to a game. But that's kind of like pay for convenience right there. But I still think it's a bad idea. I always think the second you go down that road, that's when you go down that dark road, right? That's when you go down that dark road, and sometimes you can't recover. There we go. I heard a lot of good advice when you deep talk about life and work. It has helped me a lot in my workplace. Thank you for the wisdom, Kismet. Thank you, Geese. I appreciate that. I've been around. I've been both the worker and the leader and the business owner, and I've been everything in between. I'm the guy who's there at 1:30 in the morning because that project's got to go out the next day. I'm that dude. I'm the one. I'm the designer's designer. I'm the one teaching all the other people how to do things at the last minute when they're trying to get stuff done. That's what I try to do. I try to pay it forward to other people, try to help other people as well. There's nothing wrong with helping other people. It's the second when people try to take advantage of you and they feel like you're so dumb that you don't realize they're trying to take advantage of you. That's really insulting, right? That people are like, well, hey, if you give me this money, I'll go make you a lot of money from that money. I'm like, nah, thanks. I'm good. I'm good. Or they try to manipulate you into doing what they want you to do. Or they don't care about you at all, like that group I got in. So I got in that group in WoW Classic. I was working on an alt. And the guy's like, hey, let's work together. So when we're working on whatever quests he was on, then it's, hey, everybody work together. But it was like, hey, I need to finish this boar quest so I can catch up to you guys. He's like, well, just skip those boar quests. Forget those boar quests and move on. I'm like, no. No, I want to do the boar quest. That gives me reputation. I want to do it at level, so I'm getting the maximum amount of XP, right? Hey, Walt the Cat. Hey, Specimen, what's up? So, mods, make sure we put that in there for, into my nice things that people say. It's going hot and heavy here. Yeah, bring your face over here. Makes it easier for me to wipe you out. Right with you. Oh, I missed it twice. Good job of dodging. This is actually a really, really good run. You're still alive too? And the reason why this is a really good run is because I'm getting tons and tons of mobs. Sniper action. Didn't know I was a really good sniper, did you? I'm the OG of snipers as well, man. I'm the original gamer from back in the day. I was sniping back in the Quake days, back in the Unreal days. Won a bunch of tournaments as well, playing a bunch of other games. Back in the day. $200 joysticks, all sorts of fun stuff. I used to even host gaming conventions at my office, which is cool. Let people play games at work. That's right. Back in the day, you get your work done. What do I care? Showing up on time, delivering on what you say, getting your work done. We're playing on the big screen, baby. We're playing some games. That's what we're doing. Yeah, everybody was always surprised by that. You let people play games at work? Absolutely. Why is that a bad thing? It's okay if they play games as long as that's not what they're just doing, right? Not paying them to play games. But I don't mind if something's processing, something's running, and they got their work squared away, they got that all done. That's just a perk of working there, right? Just like medical benefits and everything else. You can use our machines to play games. I thought it was pretty awesome myself. That's why you want to work for a gamer there, see? Someone who likes playing games after hours, play some games. We used to fire up after hours, too. We do like, on the weekends, right? Like I'd open up the Coke machine and we'd just play games all weekend. I'll open up my Gauntlet machine, too. We used to have the four-player Gauntlet, the original. I used to have that. I'd open that up and everybody just put some credits on it and play that all weekend. We would, of course, get the LAN set up. We'd put all the computers together and we'd just play games back in the day. A lot of fun. Hey, you guys looking for bait? I love the water, how the water goes. It's cool. A lot of shotgun shells today. Right with it. Critical coming up. Oh, you should have died from that critical. This is more of us like a blast them till they're dead weapon. As opposed to the other one's more of a sniper weapon. Why is it so blurry in here? Do I have my blurry thing on? Maybe that's just... Yeah, I can't even see that dude. Bye-bye. There's like a fog in here now. There's like a fog. Do I have... Oh, I have a disease on me. That's what's going on. I got a disease. Now, the hardest thing is finding... Look at this. You can see it right there. It's finding those mobs in the water. So I don't like to fight in the water. It's hard to find the mobs. Get up here. Get your big butt up there. I'll hold still. There we go. How's it going, Kismet? Great to watch the stream. Well, hey, great to have you. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you hanging out the Sack Man. Again, hi, Walt the Cat. Hey, Wile E. Coyote, thanks for being here. Welcome, welcome. The Dragon Hammer didn't work. It should work. I don't have it muted. Let's see. Work right there. Work good. Thanks so much to Stickman coming in, dropping the Dragon Hammer early on. I think I already said thanks for that follow, but I'll say it again because you know what? It's my stream. I do whatever I want. That's the great thing about being the boss of what you do. So people come in and say, oh, you should do this, you should do that other thing. You ain't got to do nothing. You ain't got to do nothing everybody else tells you. You do whatever you want to do. That's because you're the boss. Now, of course, the one sucky thing about being the boss is you're going to be the first one there and the last one to leave most of the time, especially if you have your own business. I'll be there till, everybody else leave at 5. I'll be there till 10, 11, 1 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes stay there all night long just to make sure that that computer doesn't crash, just to make sure that that project gets done on time, right? Because it's your reputation on the line if that project doesn't get done on time. Look at all you little spawn dudes over here. Again, probably the spawn is the greatest thing in here. Not as high level. Execution. Sometimes what it does is I shoot by somebody and it doesn't like register. They don't die. So sometimes you want to use those VATs as well just to make sure you got the right mob as well. So that mob will die. Sometimes they just won't go die. Anybody else I missed? Over here. Now right now I've got 636. Making that cheddar. Making that cheddar. Let's go. You notice the hammer? There you go. It did make a sound. Yep. I heard it. I heard another brotherhood. Sorry to my brothers in the brotherhood who croaked it, making their way in here. Maybe they should have called me in. They should have said, hey, Kismet, we need to back up. We would have came in here and we would have crushed it. Would have crushed it big time. Again, getting tons of ultracite up in here. I guess I could sell this ultracite too. I'm sure somebody needs it. Not going to bother to open that. Now, I am so insanely overburdened. There's nothing I can do now to be not overburdened other than to drop some of this stuff or a whole lot of this stuff. Hey, what's up? You guys want to party some more? Let's party. Oh, yeah, level 68s. Now, again, remember, if you're in here with your team, you're in here with your team right now, everybody's getting these drops. Everybody's getting the 1,000 to 2,000 drops. So you really want to come in here with a crew because that's max benefit right there. Max benefit for everybody. Everybody's getting crazy loot. And if you're wondering where I'm at, if you're just coming in the stream, I'm right here in the Glass Cavern. It's one of my Kismet loot run, cash run locations. Where I go in and I say, look, everybody, this is where you make the money. This is where you make the money. This is how you become a wasteland tycoon like me. And right now, this is going to pay for a whole lot of raid runs right here. Look at that. See, I get that even though I didn't kill that. I like it. I like it. I like to get the loots when I don't have to do the works. Now, also, there's an ultracite back here. I just happen to know. Try to get a little closer. A little ultracite back there. The hard thing is trying to get it past the Scorch Beast. Try to get out of there. There we go. Get that extra bit of loot. I feel like going left today. Now, over here, you're going to have some baddies, so be watching for that. Might have some bad peeps coming after you. Probably a good idea to check our stem packs, too. What do we at stem pack-wise? We got 12 left. We got plenty. Plenty. In case it starts to, go crazy in here, and it could happen. All of a sudden, a whole bunch of stuff could hit the fan in here. You have multiple mobs on you. You could have a bunch of scorched on you as well. Another thing I also do is I look for the high ground, right? If I have a bunch of melee mobs on me, where can I go? I can go up on top of there. I can fly up on top of here. I get up on that top edge there. Always want to be looking for where you can go, right? And of course, I'm overburdened, so it's a bit harder for me to jetpack up. But, you can save up your action points and then do that while you're getting wailed on by a whole bunch of mobs. Somebody's very angry. We're going to get into it. If more employees did that, I feel they would get way better quality work from their employees. Yeah. And they'd get more quality cash in their pocket, too. I'm telling you, the people I paid the most were not the people who were the best at what they did. The people who were best at delivering on what they are supposed to be doing, those are the people who got paid the most. I don't care if you're the best at something. I don't care if you're the best gamer in the world. If you're an a-hole, I don't want anything to do with you. If you're not delivering on what you say, if you're not working together with members and delivering on what you say, showing up on time, and doing all of that, I don't want anything to do with you. I don't care if you're the best rated top 1 gamer in the world. Or whatever it is you do. I don't care if you're the biggest graphic designer in the world as well. You get paid millions of dollars. You don't show up, you're out. That's it. I don't screw around. Don't mess around with peeps like that. They'll just tear you down. Uh-oh, yeah, they're coming in behind me. Whew, there's a level 80. You're right with you. Kismet, why is it not attacking? That's because I crippled it. My shotgun. And that's why I win. Oh, yes. Get that loot first. Give me that loot first. Holy mackerel, look at all that loot. Alright, let's party. Who wants to party? Oh, you all want to party, huh? Why don't you get a little disabled first? Now, you got this many people on. Look, I'll disable both of those at the same time. Right with ya. Nice and close. Oh, there goes my weapon again. Right with you. Alrighty. And once again, while we got a little lag in the battle, quickly, down here we're gonna do this. Then we're gonna use our repair kit, and boom. And you're like, well, Kismet, if you don't buy the repair kits from the atomic shop, where do you get your repair kits from? From the s.p.e.c.i.a.l. That's why we farmed the s.p.e.c.i.a.l. We dropped nukes left and right, getting that extra loot for the very moment in which you need those kits. So you can actually get them in game too. So I guess it isn't that bad, but still, I feel like when you go down that road, that's when you're going to be in trouble, right? You go down the Old Town Road there. Actually, that's more like the New Town Road, because that's what everybody's doing, this darn pay to win in the store. I hate pay to win, or pay to achieve also. Right? Like in Lord of the Rings Online, they took all the achievements that everybody else was grinding and spent months and months to do, and basically just put it up for sale in the store. So, hey, you want to have that special mount that everybody else worked months for? Well, hey, just pay a little extra cash. Get that mount, right? And it just keeps degrading and degrading over time, too. It's just more and more. Literally, you're just going to have, you pay $1,000 and you just press the win button. The whole point of playing games in the first place is the struggle, is the battling and doing all of that and working your way up and get stronger and stronger over time. That's what makes it great. That's what makes WoW Classic great, because they have a really good balance on that. You start off with that struggle and you work your way up. Where are you going? You work your way up from that newbie point to a point where you're just owning, right? And you really feel that progression. That's one of the greatest progression systems in any game. You feel like you're getting stuff that helps you along the way, unlike this game does not. For some reason, it always gives me gear that I can't use. I mean, 99% of the time. It gives me stuff that I can't use. If it gives me ammo, well, that's maybe something I can use. But usually, as you're leveling in this game, it'll give you something that's like 5-10 levels higher than what level you're at. So you're just like, okay, you just gave me something that's useless. I guess I'll just sell it to the vendor. Oh, something else that I can't use. Oh, let's sell it to the vendor. Right? So all you're really doing is just collecting stuff to sell to the vendor instead of being able to progress your character. And WoW does it by also by quests, too. So even if you are taking on... man, I'm loving these mobs. Come on, bring me some more, baby. Bring me some more loot. Hold on a second. Let me concentrate for a second. You die. Love the water effects in here. It's so awesome. So yeah, so you always want to be thinking of that next thing. Whoa! Look, you sneaking up on me. At least you thought you were sneaking up on me, or was I sneaking up on him? That's the question, right? That's the question. Like, Kismet, darn, they just don't stop spawning. That's what you want. You don't want them to stop spawning. You want them to come in, come in, come in. Now, see, I'm at such a level now that I just don't. That's just it. And that's the way it is every time I play a Fallout game. At some point, I will get to a point where I've got the game mechanics down. I've got, what ammo and weapons and what best suits my play style down. And then I just rule. I mean, normally you'd want to bring a group in here. right? Especially when you're lower level or at level. This is actually fairly tough to do by yourself. But I know I have enough ammo. I know I have enough stem packs. I'm wearing my power armor right now, so I'm not getting radiated. I got all my proper perks on that kind of help with this, though I could have even more on right now that would help me. Maybe my shotgun ones I could flip on. But like I said, I own. And this is the way you want to be. You want to progress over time to where this gets easy, right? And of course, now that we got the raids, that's where you can really progress to the next level and the next level and the next level again. And I hate it when they're in the water. I hate it when they're in the water. It's hard to tell who's what and who's the new ones and who's the old ones. Whenever you're fighting mobs, it's good also to, you know, move from the spots in which you just were so that you can get that extra loot. We're almost out of here. We're almost to the exit here. So we just basically looted our way across. Oh, I forgot some loot back there, but oh well. We're just looting our way across the whole entire room. Right? Getting more and more loot. Holy moly. Look at all that stuff. Woo, a whole bunch of Brotherhood stuff there. And working our way across the room. Now, no one's been in here for a while because I can tell because there's a lot of mobs and a lot of loot. So this is just all the loot for me. I'm getting massive amount of loot. Now, again, probably want to bring some friends down. Everybody's getting the loot. Everybody's rocking it big time. Now, if you're new to my stream, if you're just dropping that Dragon Hammer, the American, thank you so much for coming in. And also, Sane Martiz. Hopefully, I got that anywhere close to right. I butcher everybody's name. It's part of my charm. Thanks for coming in, showing the love here in the channel, for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing that follow button, becoming part of the Wasteland Tycoons. My name is Kismet. I'm a partner streamer here on Twitch. I play a lot of different games. I play MMOs. I play Fallout. Probably most known for Fallout and other survival games or RPG games. Like 7 Days to Die and, you know, Ark and all of those kind of fun games. As well as space games. We play some No Man's Sky from time to time. We play building games like Satisfactory. And then, of course, space building games like Astroneer. That's a fun one. And sometimes I do stuff that is sponsored here on stream so I can hook you guys up with epic loot. Because I have a lot of awesome sponsors. So make sure to show them lots of love in the chat as well. Man, these guys are just bringing me so much loot. And again, you want to, in this particular area, it's just like loot and loot and loot. And it's just like more and more and more. And I can just sit in here for, because right now the spawn is awesome. This is the time to just sit in here and just keep letting that thing spawn and spawn again. By the way, you're looking for Ultrasight for your Ultrasight power armor. This is the greatest spot right here. So I can just keep sitting here and they will just keep respawning and respawning. And I'll just keep blasting them in the face. Good jukes there. Yeah, I love it when they're standing close to each other because I have explosive shotgun. So it's just AoEing them both. Of course, the closer I am, the more damage I'm going to do. Thanks for the shotgun shells. And again, look, more rifles, more loot. And this could go on endlessly. I've actually walked out of here with 5,000 weight worth of loot. 5,000. Right now I'm about 800. Because you could see easily, right? Easily, if that just keeps respawning, 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 I could just sit here and make literally 5 days worth of loot in just a little bit amount of time that I've been in here. Which hasn't been that long. We've been at it for about an hour and a half. In that instance, maybe 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes, roughly around there. So in about 40 minutes, I just made about 1,000 weight worth of loot. Now, there's multiple things I can do with it. I could scrap it and get all the scrap and use that. Or I can sell it to the vendor. Because I've got right here, I've got a scrapping station that I can just scrap. But what we're going to do is we're going to slow walk this loot back and sell it to the vendor. So I want to go ahead and just grab what loot we can find along the way. We're probably going to get attacked by multiple mobs. Let's make sure we've got our shotgun ready. Let's go ahead and load this other weapon. Also, make sure you also have a backup weapon as well. There we go. before Phantom worked. I just used to set them, put them as free pickup. There you go. There you go, back in the day. Now, again, I did catch up on my guild responsibilities. Spent about 2 hours working on the guild roster. And, of course, that's also what I have officers for who can help out with that guild roster, who can update it when we add new people. Now, again, if you are in the guild, please do me a huge favor. People have not been following this because it does help me a lot. When you add somebody to the guild, send me their name and their join date, right? Like the date that you added them to the guild. Those are the two most important things that I need. All the rest of the stuff I can get from the guild roster itself. But their join date, you know, is fairly important to people because they're number 5 or number 6 or number 7 member, right? Yeah, go after him instead. Where's that camp out here? There's a camp out here somewhere. I see you back there. Where's the thing? Oh, it's just off the cliff? You're like, ah, Kismet gonna die now. Nah. Nah. I'll be fine. See, it's getting over that fear, too. The fear of dying. Right? And that's why I suggest people die early in a game. That you just go in hot and heavy. You check your limits, right? Like yesterday, or day before yesterday, in WoW, what I was doing is I was kind of testing those limits, right? Which mobs can I take on? Take care of the gutsy first. Now we're in trouble. Don't have any more repair kits, even though I have like 100 of them in the bank. Bye-bye. Alright, where are we going? This way. Good interrupt. Didn't save you, but good interrupt. Alright, now I don't have any more repair kits because I foolishly didn't bring enough. All I needed was one more. So we're going to walk our way out of here. Now this guy lands, then I'm going to kill him. But other than that, I'm just going to take a beating on it. Keep walking. Auto walk. There we go. Oh, here's my little camp. Let's have some fun. This is also why I collect lots of loot. There's this right here, just to have a little fun. Let's get her going. Almost there. Almost there. Oh, there was a second one. Flying mobs are really hard to shoot. Alright, I hear you. Have a seat. Oh, that was a headshot. Down he goes. Watch as it turns on everybody else. Anybody else? I want a bunch of those in my base. Those are really fun. Keep doing your thing, baby. I'm over here in the open. I like explosions. Bye-bye. Look at that, point blank range. Oh, come on, don't take my fun away. Bye-bye. Really? Is he too close? Might be too close. Yeah, the missile thing's super fun. You can bring down, as you saw, you can bring those mobs down. And wipe out peeps who are trying to get behind you. Way over here got smoked. Now again, you gotta make sure you hit the mob, by the way, to get the loot. So look at that. Look how easy mode that was to loot. Ah, the DJ Walkhead's coming in with the 13 months of sub love. Show him some love in the chat. Now, if you do have a comment or question for me, my name is Kismet. They call me the Wasteland Tycoon. Up in here, you can put Kiz or Kismet in the chat. And I know you're talking directly to me. We're going to have some fun here. We're going to finish up with some 76 and then have a little bit of fun. Then we're going to get into some WoW Classic. Got some cool sponsored event stuff to get going on as well. We'll get that going. Here in a bit. Look at this. Another fusion core laying out here doing nothing. Kismet, I can't find the power armors. Bro, they're all over the place. They are all over. Look at this loot. Mama. Tons and tons of loot just laying around ready for me to come and pick it up. Some lead over there. Alright. Well, we got some in here. Did we already get this? We already got that. In here, did we get all this? Oh man, I am thorough. Look at me go. Missed that spatula though. Don't want to miss the spatula. Alright, so yeah, here's a fun place to do. So if you are walking out with all of your loot and you have a whole bunch of mobs chasing you, you get that, you walk toward that turret and you just blast everybody with it. There's multiple turrets out there, by the way. There's some locations that, I'm going to hit X key so it auto-walks. There's some locations that have multiple of those turrets, too. So they're just blasting everything with the turrets, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. One of my favorite things to do, of course, is blast everything with turrets. Now, I'm going to need your guys' help here. We're going to do some Learn to Play here in just a moment. And have some fun, so stick around for that. Then we're going to play some WoW Classic. We're going to do all sorts of fun stuff up in here. A lot of great things coming up. By the way, if you missed it earlier, check it out. It is the Kismet signature coin right here. Check it out. I got my own coin. It's called a challenge coin. If you've ever been in the military, you probably know what that means. But there it is right there, everybody. The Kismet coin. I will take it out of there so you guys can take a look at it. Right over here. Boom. Oh, let's see if it's going to focus. Oh, I think I turned the autofocus off. Hold on. Let me manually focus it. You guys can see it. There we go. The Kismet coin. And, of course, on the back, you got all my info. I use them as business cards. But the coolest thing, it actually spins. So I call it challenge cards. It's called the challenge coin, but I call it the dream coin. That's right. You spin it and dream about where you want to be in your life and use it to think about where you want to end up and then work your way backwards. And you never know. It works great for me. I'm sure it'll work for you as well. And again, big thanks to my latest sponsor, Signature Coins, who did an amazing job. So go show them some love. Signature Coins over there. They do amazing stuff. So if you need something for your military, maybe you have a special group that you meet, and you're thinking, oh man, a challenge coin would be great to give out to your peeps. I would strongly suggest these guys, because they delivered, man. They delivered big time. Because I was kind of under the gun here. I was definitely under the gun, and it gone to a bunch of other people, but they just keep dropping the ball, man. A whole bunch of other people keep dropping the ball. You know, cash in hand, ready to pay. I'm the best kind of client, right? I'm like, this is what I need, and deliver it, and then I will pay you. And people don't do it. So I just straight up went to these guys. They said, no problem. I got you back, Kismet. We'll deliver on it. And then they did. Right? No matter what they say, it doesn't matter to me. What they actually did is what's important. Hello, kidney killer. Hiding over there. Oh, I'm not even in I'm not in the Titan voice. I just wandering around. Hey, kidney killer, how long you been there, bro?
I've been following you around the whole night.
I didn't even notice you. Were you in that instance all that time?
Yeah, a little bit. Behind, straggling.
Oh, man, you should have let me know. I would have grouped up with you. We could have got a ton of loot, man. Sorry. I was talking to Chad all night long. I thought you guys were offline today. Oh man, I missed out on giving him all that loot. That's my bad. I should have went into the.
Assist
I should have
you
went into
today.
the chat. I forgot to go in the chat. I got so involved in what I was doing. All right, so here we go. We got 880 caps that we can make. Watch this. You want to get rid of the guns first because those are the heaviest things. I don't need any of this. Now watch out you don't accidentally sell the guns that you have. And that's it. That's it. You're like, well, wait a minute, Kismet. You got tons of guns left. Oh, yeah, baby. You go in on this one, you're committing for at least 2 to 3 to 4 days worth of selling stuff. So I made 1,400 caps. Now, how long did that take me? About an hour and a half to do those 2 runs. So we want to go in and try to sell something else. What else can we sell here? We got something that's 7 and 3. You want to get every cap you can. You know, that'll make the difference later sometimes. Let's see. What else we got? Oh, yeah, I'm at 4,000 caps now, too. What do we got over here? 3. We need something that's 3. Or 1. There we go. We'll go to 1. And then we'll sell 3 of those. And there we go. And I actually remembered to have my my perk on today that I usually forget. My hard bargain. So it's going to basically give me better trade rates. Usually about 2 or 3 caps per item on the long run. Then also we need to have some water. Have some agua. So again, if you go in on this cash run, know that it's going to be fairly a few days before you can sell all of that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm basically just going to park my character right here in front of the vendor and then log in every day and sell for the next few days. And then I'll have enough cash to go and buy a bunch of stuff. I think Kidney Killer has stuff for me too, right? What you got, bro? You got that stuff from before?
Oh, yeah.
All right, hit me with it. Let's use this substandard trade system. Oh, accidentally got out of it. Offers only. I hate this trade system. It's the worst. It's the worst. But if you go and hit show just tradable items, he's gonna trade me some items. I forget how to give him caps. Oh, he's gonna put a price on it. He'll put a price on it, and then I'll pay for it on the price. There we go. And again, thank you, DJ, for that massive support. Congratulations on that 13 months of sub love. Getting those Kiss caps, yeah, that's how you get them. That's how you get them. You come in, you show that love. There we go. I got leopard bandana just before. Hey, there you go. All right. Shotgun shells. We shall buy them all. Boom. Just a shotgun. Anything else?
Oh, I got stim packs and super stim packs. Which one you want?
Let's see. Let's go with the stem packs. How many of those you got?
I got 100 for you.
All right. How much? Or you throw it in there. I'll look. Boom. Give me some stem packs. See, look, this is also what's great about having a crew, because I would rather pay the crew, right? Rather pay the crew. Can we afford? Oh yeah, boom. I would rather give the caps to Kidney Killer or the people in the Wasteland Tycoons, because it builds him up and it builds me up at the same time. No, I think I'm good on that for right now. You know, always shotgun ammo. You know, I go through a lot of it.
You want more? I have more.
All right, I got 1,800 caps. So how much more you got? You got like 1,500. I'll take that.
Without a doubt.
All right. He's out working the Wasteland. He's making ammo or collecting ammo, and then of course he's like, "Hey Kismet, hey, I'll trade you for the ammo." And I'm like, "All right, I'm down." Right? That's the best way to do it. Whether you're in 76 or you're in WoW Classic or whatever you're doing, is to work with your guild members, to work with your team members, because the more money I spend on him, offers only. There we go. The more cash I trade with him, right? the more he gets built up. Then the more stuff he makes for me, the more I get built up, and so on, right? Oh, not enough caps. Oh, it was 1,500. Did I say 1,500? Oh, I have 1,300 caps. Let's see. Let's go 1,200. I like to have about 100 caps. Not that I couldn't just go over there and get it. Yeah, there we go. I'll go about 1,200 because I only got 300 left. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it. Next time, try to get my attention if I'm not paying attention. Just like Kismet in the chat. Just like, you know, because, man, that was a lot of loot, man. That was literally like 3 days worth of loot I just got. It was like spawning. I was wondering why it was spawning so much in there. You know, you're the reason why it was spawning so much in there and why I got so much loot. Because there was a second person in the instance, and that's what was causing it to spawn so much. So, because normally if there's just one person in there, it doesn't spawn that much. But that's what you want. You want it to spawn a lot. Because the more it spawns, of course, the more epic loot you're getting. So he just helped me get a lot of extra loot. I wish I had looked up. I got so into the zone talking to you guys and just collecting cash today that I fail-fished on that. I fail-fished on it. I should have looked up and got into Tycoon chat, even though there was no one in there earlier. That's the way it goes. All right, let me put all this stuff in here for sale into my thing there. Not the stuff I just got, obviously. The stuff I just got, I want to keep that. Oh, we got about 4,000, looking sexy. So we'll put just the bulk of that in there. Usually I only got to carry around maybe 500. 500 when I'm running around.
Do you need stuff for script? I can give you.
Stuff for what? Sorry?
Script. Sell legendaries.
Oh, God. I got so many of those. I keep forgetting to do those. I got... How many do I got? A lot. I probably have 100 of them.
Do it now. Do it now. Get 150 done. It'll reset tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. What do I got to do? I forget what
just
I do.
Take the legendaries that you want to do, get rid of, and then you just turn around and you sell to the machine. Just like you do, buddies.
I thought you were talking about the technical data. I thought that's what you were talking about.
Oh no, that's technical data. You got to find that, and then it gives you the quest to bring it back to the Brotherhood Steel over.
Yeah, well, I got 100 of them, so it's like one of those things that I could sit and grind out, but I would rather do other stuff. Yeah, I need to go to the legendary vendor and do all that, but I'm so massively overburdened right now. I just like so much stuff on me.
It's right out back here. Walk it over. Come on.
Well, I don't have the legendaries now. I got rid of them. This is the one time I got rid of all my legendaries. These are all just standard stuff to sell.
Do you want some legendaries to turn in for script is what I was asking.
Nah, I have like, I don't know, like tons of it already. Tons of it. It's okay. All right, now working on cash. It's okay. See, no, I try to do it every single day. I try to get that done. I like making my crew richer. That's always good. See, I use my skills of making cash and doing those cash runs, and then I invest that in great people like that. Well, that's it for me for right now. I built up some cash. So, again, let's try to shoot for Saturday if you guys are up for it, for doing the thing, whatever it is, doing the raid again, and see what it is this time. When does it reset? It resets every month, right? Is it every month?
No, I think it resets every week. It's a different one this week already.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, we're really getting behind on those. All right, well, let's set it for Saturday and try it again. And sorry about Sunday, but I was just too exhausted. I didn't even hear my alarms.
I crashed too.
I was so out of it, I was gone. All right, well, I'm going to jump out. We'll see you in a bit. I'm going to jump into Wild Classic in a bit, but I'm going to do a little sponsored event real quick.
Yeah, man, have a good night.
Always fun hanging with you, man. See ya. I always love hanging with Kidney Killer. He's such a great guy. Such a great guy. Show him some love in the chat, everybody. All right, what do we got? We got to have a little bit of water in here. There we go, boiled water. There, we're just trying to keep our water from damaging us over there. And let's jump to my overseer's office. Let's go. All right. Now, if you are watching this in the future on YouTube, make sure to do me a huge favor. I think I'm going to stop doing these bumpers at the end, by the way. This will probably be the last one. So hit the subscribe button, hit the bell over there, hit the like button. What I do sometimes is I test stuff out, see how well it works over a period of time, and then I'll move on to something else. But make sure to do that to encourage me to keep putting these videos up here, because I've literally been working on these videos for the last 3 days. Just trying to get them up there and queued up on YouTube. So if you are watching this in the future, support the stream by hitting that subscribe button. Hey everybody, Kismet here. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button right in the center of the screen. Also check me out live on twitch.tv/Kismet. I'll see you all next time.